Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. Guys, this is Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus, episode 4, Lamont, when we ended episode 3. Hector Ayala, the White Tiger, was blown away in the streets in the alleys of New York. And it seemed like it was the Punisher. Now, for the most part, we knew that it wasn't. But now things pick up. What did you think about the episode, man? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle? Let us know your thoughts, sir.
I'm in the middle, leaning toward like. I'm invested in the characters. I think that the build up is a little slow. Right now that Hector is going, I'm just wondering where are we going next? Like, I get that we're trying to see the evolution of both Matt and Keto Kingpin going back to who they truly are. And with Keto Kingpin, they're tending to reveal that more and more in his diet. So the more he get off that keto diet, the more he going back to regular Kingpin. And Matt, someone had to tap into him that he hasn't released his anger for Foggy, that he needs to go back to being Daredevil. So I'm kind of waiting for them to get to that crescendo.
Yeah, man, they really are doing this build-up thing right now, and it is quite slow because we're in episode 4 right now. And the last time we saw Daredevil in the costume was episode 1. And that was only the first 15 minutes. Now, I liked it. A lot of people did complain about the CGI. Some of my nitpicks is it kind of seems like they're landing all these hits and all these blows, but it really doesn't seem like they're doing much damage. But, you know, they're really doing the whole lawyer thing right now, which is cool. I do like that. But at the same time, I do want to see some kicking ass. One thing that I did not appreciate in this episode, I think they should have just left this on the cutting room floor. I don't know why they included it, was the whole subplot of Leroy. Excuse me, the black guy that stole the candy corn. About. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the F? Like, who gives a crap? Who gives a crap? They tease Muse in this. You know, he was taking bodies down in the subway, and then they kind of showed him towards the end and all that. You know, he's siphoning blood. But we could be seeing more of that, but we getting this case of this black guy. I mean, look, if you want to show Matt as a lawyer, that's cool. We just saw that with episodes 2 and 3 with him trying to protect Hector. So why are you doing this again? And I'm not going to lie. They did kind of make me feel sorry for him with his story about, you know, him losing his benefits and all that. And he just wanted something nice. And it does make sense what him saying, like, it costs more money for them to keep me in jail than for me to have a $5 box of, you know, candy corn. No, you can't just be stealing stuff. But I mean, they did make me feel sorry for him a little bit. I was also saying you just can't steal, but that whole story, bro, should have just been thrown out the window, man. I mean, am I tripping or am I making sense?
No, now, unless Leroy is going to play some kind of role later on in the series, why do we even have to see that? I mean, when Matt went to the jail, I was rolling my eyes that the jail was full of niggers. It was mostly niggers in the jail. I mean, hell, you know good and damn well that we have a problem in this country when African Americans only make up 14% of the population. But when it comes to jail, we're 68% of what's in jail. Now, that was a true depiction, but I didn't like the depiction because we've seen our counterparts go and try to break into the Capitol and they're getting off. So I'm hoping Leroy is going to lead us to something else other than him just missing his SSI benefits. And possibly it might have something to do with that thirsty ass DA behavior, because that thirsty ass DA wanted her some blind Matt.
How you talking about? What thirsty DA?
The district attorney that Matt went to and got the days reduced to 10 instead of 30 days.
Okay. The white lady. I was like, who are you talking about? Yeah, okay, I got
She was thirsty. She was thirsty, boy.
Yeah, y'all may get mad at me for saying this, but the Leroy thing does not come back around. So it just doesn't. So I'll go ahead.
What?
Yeah.
then it was a waste of time. Like, why are we even showing that? For
Yeah,
real, I'm being
it was.
like,
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It was a waste of time. And another thing that I'm not too in love with right now is the relationship that he has with Heather, the psychiatrist or
really,
therapist for Matt. Now, I will say by the end of the season, I like how that beefs up. But I don't care
okay.
about it. I don't care about it right now. There are still other things that I would like to see other than this. When she pops up on screen, I'm like, can we fast forward and move on to the next thing? That's just me. Do you agree or do you disagree? I think you
She's
like her
pretty.
actually.
Yeah, she's pretty to look at. But the only thing that I'm intrigued with is the fact that she's courting Daredevil and counseling Kingpin.
So
And at
wait, what?
some point in time, that's going to be that. Let me put it this way: I'm a writer. There's a reason why I'm writing this shirt. If I'm writing this story, there is going to be a conflict of interest at some point in time with that dynamic.
Yeah.
And so I'm waiting for that. And other than that, man, she's really, really aggressive. She's a cougar, boy. She go after what she want in the bedroom. And when she talked about that Heimlich maneuver and how she was good at that, she just reminded me of my childhood behavior. I used to have this thing where I would ask hot women, do they know CPR when I was a wee young man? And they'd be like, yeah, I know CPR. And behavior, I would fall out as if I needed CPR just so I could get them fine lips on mine. And out of 100 women, only 2 fell for that trick. But it kind of
Wow.
reminded me of that with her.
This dude up here playing the Sandlot move or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
You ain't seen the Sandlot? The Sandlot, the movie Sandlot?
I've never seen. I've
You
never
heard of
seen
it. You
Sandlot.
heard of it though, right?
I've heard
Okay,
of it, but I've
okay.
never seen it.
Introduce it to your kids when they get of age, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you see that scene. Did Vanessa have a valid reason to cheat on Fisk with Mr. Adam? And she's kind of an asshole too. I'll tell you why she's an asshole after you answer if she had a valid right to cheat.
See, this is kind of like the same quagmire you put me into with the show Paradise. If y'all haven't watched Paradise, we highly recommend you watch it. Then come back and watch our reviews. She was under the assumption that Keto Fisk wasn't coming back because he loved Maya so much, his daughter. However, the difference between Xavier on Paradise and Keto Kingpin, Xavier thought his wife was dead from an end of earth situation. In this situation, Vanessa knew he was alive, but just didn't know when he was coming back. And I would say that depending upon how much time she gave him being gone, at some point in time, you do have to start thinking someone is missing in action and you file your paperwork, you become widowed, then you move on with your life. It doesn't sound like that's the way she went about doing her business. And so I would say she's wrong if he was only missing for like 2 months and she done this. But anything more than 6 months, I would say she's okay.
I got you. I thought it was rude as hell, man, when Heather was like, "So tell me about Adam," and she was like, "Oh, it was just his hands. They were so nice.
I know.
It was like going to a garage sale and finding a random piece of clay." I'm like, why do you have to talk about it like that and express it in front of your husband? Like, that's just rude as hell. Like the way he piped me down. I've never been piped down like this before in my life. Oh my God. The orgasms I had, she might as well have said that, bro. And that's just like, that's diabolical to me. Like,
I ain't like that. I didn't like it's like, dude, woman, do you have a hand fetish? Like, where did this man put his hands on you that Fisk ain't never touched you at the way she talking about his damn hands?
Yeah.
It was like, wrong. Wow, what kind of hands he got?
Yeah.
Bruh. Midas touch.
Yeah, what you think about BB, man? And they're actually what you think about BB? I don't the Fisk yes man that basically, well, I was gonna say a nasty term, but I'm not gonna say that. Let's just call him. Let's just call him a bootlicker. Fisk's bootlicker is obsessed with him. You know, has the leak and all that. He really loves like BB. And
Yeah.
to you, is BB really friends with him, or is she taking advantage because you know he got the he's rubbing shoulders with Fisk? But I don't know, man. I feel like their relationship is going to end. You know, what do you think between them?
Um, I think that she sees him as a friend, but technically he's in a friend zone, and every man watching this has been in a friend zone with some woman where you're doing everything you can to win her affection, make her happy, and she's not letting you go anywhere but places where regular friends go in. I kind of see that with them. And, you know, at some point in time, I'm going to call him Double D. He's going to have to make a decision between Fisk and her. And I think Fisk just forced his hand this episode.
Mm-hmm. Did you think that Fisk was gonna kill Sheila in this episode? Because I did.
No, I didn't.
She is trying to get him to understand, like, you can't do this, you can't do that. They go down there to the port. It looks like a toilet bowl, but he wants to redo the whole thing. She's like, bro, just last night somebody died 50 yards from here. We got to do this, red tape, yada, yada, yada. Now, he was annoyed right there. Like, I'm trying to give all these promises, but, you know, you getting in my way. But when they get back to the office, man, Mr. Bootlicker admits that he was the one that accidentally had the leak. Asked him to stay, except for those two. And as he is apologizing, I'm thinking that he is finna send Sheila the back fist of hell to her face, choke her out, kill her, gouge her eyes out in front of the bootlicker, just as an example, just be like, listen, if you do this again, this is gonna be your fate. I thought that was gonna happen. I'm glad it didn't, because I like Sheila, but those thoughts never crossed your mind at all.
Because Kingpin, this played out kind of the way I would have written it. Loyalty means a whole lot more. I guess the best analogy I can give is when you own a business, and I've owned a couple, you rather pay someone that you've already trained, you already know, you rather pay them more than to fire them if they make you upset and then have to go through the rigmarole of bringing in somebody new, getting to know them, training them on how you are, you understanding how they are. And for Fisk, loyalty goes a long ways. Now, Sheila is kind of like his voice of reason. And then you got that other James Bond wannabe in his ear, which is the little devil. And I think he likes the fact that Sheila stays true to the business. She stays true to the principles of government. And he likes Daniel because Daniel is up his butt crack so far you can see him out his mouth. And he probably sees Daniel as a little him because Daniel's chubby. He's aggressive. He gave a great speech, and he's very loyal. I mean, if Fisk told him to go jump in front of a car, I bet you that fool would jump in front of a car. So I didn't see anybody getting hurt in that. I never even thought that he would get rid of him in that situation. I thought that he might have wanted him to call BB down there and chastise her, if anything, but I never thought that Sheila and Daniel were in any trouble.
Okay. So Sheila gonna live by the end of the season?
No.
No?
No.
What about BB?
No.
What about BB? All right, you can answer that. You said
BB
cut you off. So BB gonna make it, Sheila not gonna make it.
Yeah, Sheila ain't gonna make it, man. Because when he finally cracks and he's kingpin, he is not going to want someone telling him no. He's going to want someone telling him how they broke the law, like we see with our current president, and getting the job done. And he's going to want complete immunity. and want them to take the sword for him. And this is typical what we see. He's up there talking. Why does everybody in New York think New York is the greatest city in the world? I mean, somebody let me know. But he's about to gentrify the damn Red Hook Harbor. Yeah. And he wants to gentrify this bitch without going through the procedures of everything Sheila said. EPA, permits, water quality, air quality, all these things that a businessman would try to circumvent. Sheila is holding down the people, and he's going to get sick of that.
What, if you had to guess right now, what do you think his plans are with Red Hook? And want to, re-gentrify that.
I mean, it's gonna be another criminal. It's probably gonna be another criminal siphoning empire for him to get ready to step his face up and be more of an international crook, and possibly try to. I could see them taking the story with him running for governor or president.
Good little assessment there. We built this city.
Oh, Lord.
We built this city on rock and roll. Man, he looked like he wanted to blow his face off. and I don't blame him. That was awful, man. And she's like, okay, great job, kids. Let's do it. Let's do the second song. I'm good. I got another meeting. I appreciate it. I'm out. I was laughing my ass off. We go to the Lithuania convention or whatever, and they doing the same thing. He looked like he wanted to snap his neck, man. So,
did you catch the Easter egg? Audience, did you catch the Easter egg at the second performance he went to?
Hold on. They did drop an Easter egg in this. Hold on. No, they dropped the Easter egg with Leroy. What was the Easter egg with Fisk? Because Leroy said, was he a scroll? But what was that one you talking about, or are you talking about another one?
No. That was the other one I was going to talk about. But when he went to the second performance after the middle school, did you catch the name of the group of people?
Nah, what was the name of the group of people? The Avengers?
Latvidian. Who is the head of the Latvidians?
Well, I think you want to say Dr. Doom, but I thought it was Latveria.
But it is Latveria, but they called them Latvian as plural as the group of people. Gotcha. Yeah, that was Dr. Doom Easter egg.
Okay, so teach me something.
There you go, Robert. There you go, Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom.
I like it. Something else I continue to like about the show is what they're doing with the sound and Matt's hearing. Just him able to put pieces together, solve a puzzle. So when he was at the precinct, he was talking shite to Powell with his messed up face. And he was just doing that to see if Powell was actually lying. Because that just seemed a bit out of character for Matt just to kind of just talk trash like that and try to get under the person's skin. Unless he's actually, doing prosecution or something. But I thought that was a nice touch of how he just did all that because he wanted to hear his heartbeat to determine if he was telling the truth or not. So that was pretty cool. And that was he did beat up Powell in episode 2 in that apartment, right? That was him, right? Or was that okay?
Wore him and that other guy out, whipped their ass, and apparently Powell didn't have anything to do with White Tiger because his heart never started pumping when he asked him those questions real fast. So, but does that let Powell off the hook? Absolutely not. Powell is as crooked as they come. I don't give a damn about how many people in his family been cops. Hell, some of them people been cops and wore white hoods in the middle of the night, chasing down, burning stakes and shit. That don't matter. That don't make you no person of law enforcement. So Powell's going to get his.
Yes. I would like for him to. What did you think about John Bernthal, man, and his inclusion in here? We thought that was him at the end of episode 3, but no, it wasn't. He's up here chilling in the cut, and Matt and them are arguing. What was your thoughts there?
Loved it. He was digging deep into the psyche of Matt. He was getting in that brain, and I'm not going to go and say this was Oscar worthy, but I'm going to say that was a heavy scene. He did better at delivering his lines than Matt did. Matt, when he clapped back at Punisher, it sounded like he was forcing his emotion. But Matt Castle, you could feel the pain of him losing his son and why he's doing what he's doing. Matt had to get it drug out of him, and then he had to remind him about Foggy a bunch of times. So I enjoyed the intensity of the scene. I'm just wondering how much Punisher are we going to get from this? Because Punisher is not going to be happy with fanboys running around, putting his face on guns, putting his face on T-shirts, putting his face on fake-ass flags. Because back when I was in school, if you degrade the American flag, it used to mean you don't like the country. But now all of a sudden, since we got all these MAGA maggots doing it's okay, he's not going to stand for none of that. He is going to go after these people, B. Avery, and he's going to shut them down. The question I have for you is, will him and Matt have to get into it over Punisher's ways?
I don't think they should go in that direction. I think that was explored enough in the first 3 seasons of the Netflix shows. But them teaming up is inevitable again. If they don't do that, that's just a complete missed opportunity. I like the fact that Punisher got under Matt's skin as well. Like you didn't come down here for this. You came down here for permission. You want to take a page out of my book and blow some heads up, and I don't blame you. You got to be honest with yourself though. So that was cool too. And Matt punched him in the face and choked him out quick with it. Bow, bow. I'm surprised that Punisher didn't retaliate, but he knew it was an emotional response, and but yeah, it was cool, man. That was a nice moment of development for both of them. So I really did like that. What else stood out to you though about this episode? Or what other questions do you have for me, if any?
Well, the very ending stood out to me as you see Kingpin going down to a basement dungeon, getting closer to being Kingpin, giving up the keto Kingpin because you saw that plate. That plate was heavy pasta and sauces and shit.
Yeah,
that is him getting almost back to who, getting back to Kingpin. And simultaneously, while he's doing that, Matt was walking up to the upper room, going to get his Daredevil gear and starting to practice on the roof. So you got one going low, the other one going high, and at some point in time, these two forces going to meet. But while we own Kingpin, there's a reason he down there eating his dinner. This man done got him a hostage.
Yeah, crazy.
This man is holding somebody against their will that Heather clearly asked Vanessa, do you feel safe? Where's Adam? Nobody knows where he's at. Kingpin sat up there and lied. Kingpin got the man down there in jail.
Is Kingpin going to murder Adam and go against Vanessa's wishes? How is Adam going to get out of there? Is he going to?
The only way Adam's get a mass hero going to have to save him. Mass hero going to have to save him because Kingpin's already going against Vanessa's wishes right now, holding the man hostage. He kidnapped this dude, got him hostage, and yet this whole season they've been trying to get us to. They've been trying to convince us that there's a part of Kingpin that wants to go right, when most of us know better. But if you're new to the comics and everything and this show, you would think maybe he really changed over a new leaf. We knew better. And this clearly shows you nothing has changed about him because who knows how long Adam has been down there? Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know. Poor Adam. He's like, oh my God, let me out of here. Do you know anything about Muse? I know nothing about his character. I don't know nothing about his character.
Okay. All I know is dude look crazy as hell down there siphoning organs from humans.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about him. Like I might just wait and let this one unfold. But he's doing painful stuff to people down there. I think maybe he's selling their organs on the black market. But he's
He definitely does need his ass whooped. I will say that.
He does.
He does need his ass whooped. But guys, that is going to do it. That is going to wrap it up for me and Lamont's breakdown of Daredevil episode 4. Let us know what you think down in that comment section below about the episode, about our commentary. Do you think the pacing is fast? Do you think it's slow? Are you loving it? Are you hating it? Is this the best Disney Plus show or the worst? Again, let us know. Subscribe to Lamont's channel. Subscribe to my channel. We will both really, really appreciate it. Now, episode 5 and 6 are both coming out at the same time. Well, not the same time, but back to back in 1 week. And so we're going to cover them both, but we're going to do it in one video, not 2 separate ones, just one. And also check out reviews for the Nickel Boys, The Fire Inside, Exhibiting Forgiveness, Sing Sing. Also, me and Lamont are covering Reacher, and also Dope Thief, Paradise, and Raising Canaan. Just we covering everything over here. But guys, again, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. Yeah.